back to my channel. If you are new here, as y'all can see, I can never speak. Let's try this again. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe. Today I decided I wanted to do a story time. This story time ties into my recent story time about how I had found out I was pregnant at 17 and how I had told my mom and boyfriend I was pregnant, which you can click right here. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to talk about I sorry y'all, this story time is a hard story time to talk about, okay, because I don't really talk about it. Okay, this story time is about my miscarriage story, and what happened with it, how it happened, how I dealt with it, and everything. So let's get into the video. Okay, so I got pregnant at 17, and I decided I would end up wanting to keep my baby and whatnot. So I was actually away at school. I went to WIU, and for some reason I was having like heart palpitations. I think that's what it's called. So it's like it's like I would lay down and my heart would like start beating really fast. Like I can't really, I can't really describe how it felt, but it was really bad. So I decided I was gonna come home and go to the doctor because I had told my mom about it and whatnot, and she suggested it, you know, we go to the doctor and see what was wrong. So we go to the doctor. I took a train out here from school, and we ended up going to the doctor. I believe we went to the doctor later that night. Yeah, I think we went to the doctor later that night. So we ended up going to the doctor. We was there all night. Like, it was ridiculous. So just to find out, basically my potassium was low. They ended up doing like tests and doing x-rays and all of that stuff, and they found out that my potassium was low. So they gave me a pill to take, and I took the pill, and finally it was like, what time was it? I want to say it was like 3 in the morning or something. It was late. So finally we get to go home after taking the pill. I end up going home. So we go home, I go to sleep, I wake up in the morning, and it's like my water broke. So I woke up in like a pool of water, and I was like really confused because I didn't understand like what happened. So I ended up going to the bathroom, you know, cleaning myself up and whatnot, and then I went to tell my mom that I woke up in a pool of water. So we just trying to, you know, figure out, and as I'm telling her, like, I'm still like leaking, you know, I'm still leaking water. Mind you, this is my, sorry, I keep touching my face. Mind you, this is like, of course, my first pregnancy. I'm 17. Well, I'm 18 now, but I'm 18. And I woke up in a pool of water, so I didn't know what was going on. I told my mom, she wasn't really sure either. Like, and then she ended up calling my granny, and my granny was like, no, I never experienced it. And then I had told my boyfriend at the time, and he was just like, you know, he was really worried. He was like, I hope nothing serious and etc. So I'm like, at that time, I'm just praying, like hoping that everything is good with my baby, because I was like, what, 6 months? I was like 6 months at the time. So like 5-6 months. So it was like, I was really, you could tell I was pregnant. You could see my belly and everything. Like, I was really worried about it. So we ended up going to the doctor again. Mind you, we had just got home at 3 o'clock in the morning from being at the hospital because of my heart, and then we ended up having to go back. So I was like hoping, like, dang, I hope it's not an all-day process. Like, I hope it ain't nothing, you know, too bad. I don't got to be here all day because I just came back from here. So So yeah, so we get to the doctor and told them what was going on, and um okay, sorry. We get to the doctor and I told them what was going on, and they ended up doing like testing me like x-rays to see the baby. So I could see my son in the picture. I can't think of the name of it, but when they tested it, and you know, it's supposed to, when she put the, I can't think of the name of it, y'all, sorry, but when she put the thing on my stomach, like normally, you know, it would be like probably like right here or whatnot, but it was like here. So it was like really, really, really low. Like she had to go really low to see where my baby was. So at the time, I didn't really think nothing of it necessarily, but yeah. So they had to go really low, seeing the baby and everything. They didn't really say anything about it. So we get after that, I go back to the room. I'm laying down, you know, just trying to see what's going on, and you know, it was a male? It was a man. The man came back in and he was like, let me think. What was the exact words he said? He said, "I'm sorry, but you're starting to miscarry." So yeah, he told me that he said that you're starting to miscarry, and I don't know what happened after that. Like, he left, and I think I just broke down. And then this lady came in, and she okay, sorry. Where did I leave off at? So he left the room, and the lady came in, and she was asking me like a bunch of questions I couldn't even answer because I was like so distraught. Okay, I remember. So the man said starting miscarry. Basically, my sac broke. So like you could say like I guess my water broke. So yeah, so then the lady came in and she was asking like a bunch of questions and whatnot, and I couldn't really answer because I was just really distraught. And at the time, my boyfriend was back at school, so he was back at school, and my mom ended up calling him and telling him what had happened. He was really hurt. Like, even though when we first like found out about it, he was really not that excited. It's still like after a while we got content with the idea and we was happy about it. So he was really hurt, just as I was. So then I think it was like the next day. Was it the next day or later that day? So I got admitted into a room, and the thing about that part is that it really sucks because when I really think about it, it's kind of like we were waiting for my son to pass. We was waiting for him to pass so that I could deliver. So that didn't happen until I want to say that morning. I guess they was able to see, excuse me, at the time, because they was checking and stuff throughout the night. So I guess they was able to see that, you know, he was there and he was, I guess, lower. So it was early morning time. I'm sorry, I think I'm all over the place, y'all. This is like okay, so at the time, so it's like morning time now, and the lady, I had like a lady doctor, and she said to me like, oh, you won't have to push or anything like that. Like, you have to get, it's like a little, I don't know if y'all seen it, but when you get checked, like a pap smear or anything like that, they put, or even pregnant, they put this thing and it opens and be like this, and it opens you up, and they put whatever to clean you, to check for anything or whatever. So they had that. So she put it in me. Sorry if it's TMI. She put it in me, opened me up, and whatnot. And I guess it was like it wasn't to where I guess she could just use the stuff to take him out. Because at the time, like he was gone. But she actually had to push. Like, she said I wasn't gonna have to push, but I actually had to push. So I had to push to get him out. So I pushed, and they asked me if I wanted to see the baby, and I said no. And I wish that I said yes. But I think I said no at the time because I just was like really distraught, and I just didn't know how to handle that, like seeing him like that. I don't know. It just was, I don't know. I just said no. And my boyfriend at the time, he seen what the baby looked like and whatnot. He was just like, you know, you wouldn't want to see that, like. But yeah, so then we had to have the afterbirth, and so she had to get all the placenta and all of that stuff out of me and whatnot. But because I was still small, like the baby was still small because it wasn't full term, the placenta and stuff, I think it was still small too. So I had to go into surgery. Is that considered surgery, whatever? So that they can clean me out. So I got put on anesthesia, and so that they can clean me out to make sure that they got everything, so that I didn't get any infections or anything like that. So I got put on anesthesia, and when I woke up, it was like this was a bad idea on their part, because I don't know why, like, if somebody go through a miscarriage or anything like that, and why would you have a room with baby beds and all of that stuff in there? Anyways, so at the doctor, and not at the doctor, what am I talking about? They clean me out, and I wake up from the anesthesia, and then my boyfriend on his side, my mom on his side. So I just look, and I'm still kind of like out of it, because that medicine take a while to like wear off. So I'm still kind of out of it. So I like look over to my mama, and I'm like, where's the baby? And it's like, I'm looking like, where's my baby at? Like, I don't know what it was, but I like totally forgot that I just gave birth to a dead baby. So yeah, I looked, and I was like, where's my baby at? And nobody would answer me. And then they took me back to my other room, and it was kind of funny because I had this like thing on my finger like this, right? It's like, it looked like it was a band-aid, but it takes like, I think, your pulse or something, and it had a light on it. So it was kind of funny because I had it on my finger, and I was still under the medicine, so I kept looking at it, and I'm like, and they like looking at me like, what is wrong with her? I was tripping. I wish somebody took a video of that, because I was tripping, like, off the anesthesia still. I was tripping when I came back to it, like, man. But one thing I do remember, which is kind of a good memory that I still kind of hold on to, and is that, like, when I was under the anesthesia, I woke up, and I remember seeing him. Like, it was like, I seeing him, like he was just smiling and happy, and it was just like a good memory that I still can see and feel, even though he's not, you know, here with me. So I was in the hospital for, I want to say, mind y'all, I'm still in not high school, I'm still in college. Like, I done missed so much because I was back home having a miscarriage. I had to be on bed rest for a whole week. So I missed like a week worth of stuff, a bunch of stuff. And your girl still passed all her classes with A's and B's, period. But yes, I had, after that, like after getting cleaned and everything, they gave me this box actually, and I still keep it. They gave me this box, and I still keep it with me. And this is what it looks like. My baby had a big head. So this is what I keep in here. It's like they got a seashell. Little type of. And I'm thinking. So I still keep this stuff. I don't know. It's just like, for me, I was on bed rest for a week. Once I got out the hospital, I was on bed rest for a week, and I was able to go back to school once I was done with the week. I don't really remember that week. Like, I have a problem when I go through traumatic things. It's like my brain kind of, it blocks it out to where it's just like I don't remember. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like a, what is it, like a, what is it called? It's like a protective mechanism kind of thing. So that week I don't really remember. I know I was really hurt though, of course. So, but so when I went back to school, when I went back to college, my boyfriend, he has told me things like to this day about it, like that I would have really bad nightmares, and I'll wake up crying, or I'll wake up calling for my son, type of thing. Like, it was just really bad. And I also remember like not being able to talk about it. Like, I wasn't able, like, don't mention it, don't say nothing to me, or I'm gonna burst out in tears. Like, it was just really, really bad. Like, I don't say it, don't talk about it, don't mention it, nothing, I'm gonna burst out in tears. Like, it was really, really bad. I don't know when it got better. I think just over time it got better. Because as you can see, like, it's still not okay with me. Like, I have a daughter now, but it's still not like okay. So I think it's just, you know, it takes time. It takes a lot of time, and you just kind of like have to be content with the fact of it. One thing is that I actually never got the full answer of if my baby was a boy or a girl. But the reason that I say that he's a he is because I know. Like, I had a dream when I woke up from the anesthesia. It's like it was a boy. It was a boy. Like, for sure, it was a boy. and in my dream it was a boy for sure. And then also they said when they looked at him or whatever and they took him out of me, that he had like a little, I don't know what to call it, but the little thing. But they said that could either be the female's clitoris or the forming of the male genitals. So it wasn't really for sure thing. But when I went back for my what was it? My checkup, the lady kept saying he, son, your son, him, he, this, like, so that kind of gave me an answer too, like that was a boy. So I had named my son Austin Joshua Winters. That was my son's name. So even though I never really got the full answer, because I could have found out, like, literally we was supposed to find out like a week, probably a week or two after having the miscarriage. Like I could have found out like a week later. So, you know, I would have known. But it just didn't happen that way. Okay, so I think this is probably gonna be one of my longest videos because we almost at 25 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna end this video. I'm going to end this video here. If you like this story time, stay tuned because I have another story time coming after this one. Make sure you hit that bell and subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, and let me know how you like it.